Hello, everyone. I think very many people are watching. Um, but the market's kind of slow tonight. It's moving, but it's slow. Of course, that's every night, right? All right, so what I want to do is I kind of want to start executing my trading idea at night. I don't think it's going to work out very well, um, mainly because there's just not a whole lot of volatility in the market. If we get filled, we get filled. Hopefully, the movement gets us in the right direction. Um, I didn't make any change to the settings on ES. I made some changes, but not to the actual settings on ES since the last video. Oh, this shouldn't be 1/44 though. This should be ticks. All right, let's change that. So let's go look at tick, 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 tick. Cool. Oh, not 150. That should be 144. All right. So there's L2 loading up. We got 144 ticks on. Yes, we've had some price action tonight, but it's been choppy. Been, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's been very, very choppy. So I did make some changes, and I think this chop is what may actually kill us tonight if there's a whole lot more of it. So 144 tick, 144 tick on ES and NQ. Made some slight changes. Trespass now has a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this, guys. I'm just testing it. NQ is the same. NQ is exactly the same as what it was. And then for counter spoof, same thing, same deal, same exact risk management as trespass. So looking at this, it looks like we're making newer highs. We may have a pullback, but we're making newer highs on both charts. So I am going to engage long on both of them. And let me see if I can't resize these to make them, but I doubt it. I was trying to make them match. I think I'm going to use the buttons at the bottom of the screen. Okay, cool. Good enough. OCD a little bit, huh? Okay. So far, no fills. We have long enabled. Now, I am playing against Sim, strictly Sim, during the night. This is just a practice, guys. You don't become good at a skill unless you practice said skill. So let's hope we get a fill or two or three. And this looks like a pullback. That's just been kind of the story throughout the night. Is as soon as it starts trending or trying to put a trend in place, it just pulls back. It's just chop. I mean, yeah, there's an upward trend here, but look how many pullbacks is in this trend. If we go up just a second, trend pullback, up just a second, pullback, up just a second, pullback. I mean, and this is 144 ticks. So, I mean, go ahead and enable our longs here and pray that this is just a minor pullback. Because that's where the market's moving ultimately is up. But let's hope it hits our profit targets before it hits our stop loss. But yeah, the market's just been kind of. We had this dip here. We had this dip, same dip. So that's why I'm kind of trying to trade both of these side by side. Yeah, maybe going long or short on other ones depending on the price action of the chart. But generally speaking, NQ and ES does the same movements. It's just not as many ticks. So look at how synchronized these two charts are. I mean, this is 919, same time here, these lows, this cut back down. All of this is the same. It's the same price action. That's why I'm trying to trade them side by side. Still no fills here. I believe I'm using the same ES settings. Yeah, it's 2.5 on the counter spoof. 1, 2 to me. Yeah. And one of the other things in my previous video, the display wasn't showing up right here because the market wasn't open, so the chart wasn't re-rendering. L2 waits for the first re-render of the chart before it shows that. So there is an option in here. I'm trying to find it. I think it's down here. So you have micro forecasting, and then you have your information display right here. Show information display. Uncheck it. It should remove that box. Just wait. It's not going to make a whole lot of trades throughout the night. It's just no liquidity, no momentum, no movement. But see what happens. I don't know when. Let's see here. 8 a.m. GMT to CST. What time? 2 a.m. Yeah. Yep. 4.5 hours until London session starts. So I don't think we're gonna stream for 4.5 hours. I'm just streaming because I'm still up at night. See what happens. Yeah, this really is really just looking like a pullback. I mean, it should keep going up. See this long wick right here? This is kind of my like my telltale sign is that it tried to come down and it failed to. So it just looks like a pullback. It's kind of like these wicks right here. See those on just trying to make a new low, that sort of stuff. A long wick. So, and the more I kind of look at trading, the more I try to read candlestick patterns and stuff like that, right? And I'm not talking like the pattern of, this is green, this is red, this is green. I'm not talking about that kind of pattern. More what I'm talking about is a single candlestick, right? So if you see this big solid candlestick right here, there's no wicks. That's straight up bullish. That's a bullish candlestick, right? But you see this red candlestick right here, and this long wick going down the bottom. Even though, yeah, price between open and close went down, theoretically, right? I still look at this as a bullish candlestick because it tried to go down and it failed to, right? I still kind of look at this as, I mean, it's bearish, right? It's kind of a cross between bearish and bullish, but it tried to make that. There's no wick up here, right? Where, see this red candlestick right here? Long wick at the top, red. This is straight up bearish. Um, and so I try to look at the actual candlesticks for patterns, and that's just kind of where my mind goes. Is like this. So far, this is a very bullish candlestick, even though it's red, right? It's a red candlestick. If it continues to come down here and close down here, sure, we'll call that bearish. Um, but that long wick in a small body at the top, even though that's a red candle, it's I look at it as the equivalent of a green. So don't look at the red and green. Look at the wicks and the bodies of the candles. Don't look at the red and green color of the candle. Don't, look at the bodies in the wicks. That's probably the best way to read candles. Honestly, I wish this was black and white. And I could probably change it black and white, but I choose not to. See this right here. This is a very bearish candle. Bit long wick, but it failed to really move. There's no price action really. By the way, guys, if I'm live streaming and I'm trading and stuff, there's no filter. I may cuss out the charts. I'm not gonna filter anything. I'm literally just gonna trade and react to whatever.
Order filled.
Oh look, we got filled. I don't know if that's the best fill along during this bearish move, but maybe. I mean, because it is an uptrend, right? Until it's been proven otherwise. I mean, and honestly, I should have it turned off during this pullback. But yeah, it looks like we're fixing to lose this trade. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Zoom in and kind of look at it. Watch the trade take place. Let's see. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, right? It could go up, right? Because we have been in a bullish move, but we're in a pullback, so anything can happen. I'm gonna turn the volume down because that was kind of loud in my ears, by the way. Anything can happen. Take a chance. Now I got High School Musical stuck in my head, guys. Where the 0 people watching the stream.
Stop, Phil.
Yep, it stopped out. I figured. We're gonna pull back. Probably not the best time to actually have it on, but maybe it'll be the end of the pullback, or maybe it breaks this low and we go short.
Order submitted.
What happens?
Order failed.
Detecting that 74 is a counter spoof. I don't see it, but I'm intrigued. Oh, maybe. That just got filled. Either got filled or canceled immediately. See if it goes back up. It should. I don't think it's going to make a new low. I pull right back down, like pull right down to my stop, and then go right back up. But I don't think it's going to make a new low. They proved me wrong. This is making new. It's going to go short.
Stop failed.
Okay. And this is going to go short. Broke this low. Right here anyway on NQ. Thing is they're correlated. They're very, very correlated. So if this can hold that low, this will follow. So that's why I've engaged shorts on both. Honestly, let's see here. Trend line, if we imagine it, it broke through that a little bit ago. Trend line. So it broke through this trend line. Go to. I don't know how to get to the drawing. Oh, maybe it's right here. Yeah. So this trend line right here broke through a little while ago. And then add another one. There. That trend line's broken. That's the reason for shorts. Well, and then the confirmation of that for me is right here is broken. So we're gonna go shorts. Hopefully we get some good fills. And we don't have a trend line yet for this. But we have made a new low, right? Lower low. Made a higher high, but we also made a lower low so far. And if we can, and honestly, the way to really read this, if I can put a Fibonacci tracement on here, go from here up. Really, the trend has not been broken until we hit this level. 61.8. Really, the trend has not been broken until then. But looking at the micro level, we'll call it broken. But yeah, this is the bigger trend. This trend hasn't been broken. Not until you hit the 61.8 level. Yeah, see, it tried to, it failed so far. Let's see if it keeps dumping though. It's right here. It's the new level I'm looking at. It's right here. It's bounced off of it a few times. I think if it can bounce off, if it can go through this level, I think we're scot-free on shorts. Well, at this point, I think we're seeing a reversal, right? So this was kind of a fake out. May go long. Because we have this dump and then we have this bigger rejection candle right here. Guess I'm second guessing myself at every turn. Let's see what happens. Come to nighttime trading. But if you notice, we have this kind of same move, right? The bounce here, basically bounce same level. We have two bounces right here on the way up. I have the third one, but that's what I'm saying. They're very, very correlated. They tried. Just sitting here piddling with my charts, waiting for some action, and there's just none here. By the way, I should probably disable X-ray on both of them. I'm only trading counter spoof and trespass. And really, on NQ, I'm only trading trespass, but counter spoof if we have to. If
Order filled.
there was a way to put an anchored VWAP on. No, there is on TradingView, but yeah. I don't have tick data, and I did, and tick data just on TradingView just isn't good. Horrible. Can't do anything with it. Either have like 100 ticks, 500 ticks, or 1,000 ticks, and that's literally the only chart you can look at. Can't do Rinkos, can't do range charts, can't do anything. It's just regular candlesticks. And then any indicators or strategies that has anything to do with time don't work. See, this price action is just horrible. I'm gonna look at this as kind of a pullback though, because tried to go up, failed to make new highs. It's pulling back against back into what I'm looking at is probably a new trend. It's not a very strong trend. Guys, don't look at it as, hey, he's trading at night, so I'm going to trade at night. If you're trading at night, please, please only do it on a sim account unless you get really good at it and you're very confident with it. Otherwise, nighttime trading, hell no. I don't expect to do very good. I expect to lose. Lose, lose, lose. Maybe the better.
Order filled.
Not better. My time would better be spent doing like a market replay or something. But the thing with L2Azimuth is it's not accurate on a market replay at all. And the reason I know that is because I went and traded one day, the 8-hour day, like or from 9:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock, right? Um, Eastern time, right? From New York Open to when CME closes. I traded that on real-time market data against a sim account, right? And then I took it onto a replay the next day and just let it play the whole day, like on a 1x speed, not sped up or anything, just 1x speed, and I just let it trade the whole day. The results of both of those were drastically different. Um, Nowhere near the same. Had microcode already turned off, so there was nothing to do with machine learning or anything like that on both days, or that same day, right? One's a replay and one's the actual real time. Nowhere near the same. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, the replay actually made a heck of a profit, right? And I was including commissions. Made a heck of a profit during the day. But the non-replay, the actual real-time data, lost its ass. So whatever you do, if you're getting L2Azimuth, I don't recommend L2Azimuth honestly, but if you get it anyway and you believe Connor and his BS, um, market replays not accurate, strategy backtesters doesn't work. Um, so the way that you trade it, you just kind of have to figure it out yourself. And I can tell you this too, that Connor will go and post his settings on YouTube, and the whole community will go and copy those settings and trade
Stop filled.
alongside of him at the same exact time on his live stream, and we're trading. He's the only one that wins. Nobody else does. So I'm trying to make the best out of a horrible product here. And if it doesn't work, you guys see the real world scenario. And the next time that Connor live streams, I will live stream myself, copy his settings that he posts if he does post them in the live stream, copy his settings and show you his screen versus my screen side by side and show you the difference. this market's just not moving. It's just this market's just it's not doing anything. So let me show you this. So let me show you the difference here. So this is nighttime, right? Okay. Right at market open, saw some pretty good moves, right? This has been the last couple of hours right here. This was pretty good moves at market open. Show you what New York open looks like on the chart. Where I would prefer to trade, or like the 10 a.m. So this was 10 a.m., right? So this is ES. So this is why I mean, yeah, we have a trend here. It's clear as day. Got another trend here, clear as day. Clear trend, clear as day. Consolidation trend. So this is the New York Open. This was actually on New Year's Eve, New York Open. Show you NQ on the other hand. Because NQ on New Year's Eve, on New Year's Eve did terrific. It did phenomenal. But what it was. It's just a more like less jerky motions, but went up, clearly went down, pulled back, down, you know, uh, pulled back, down, and straight up, pull back, pull back. I mean, but it's clear trends like this right here. Man, this was awesome. And then kind of compare that to now, where it's just, not really. Excuse me, guys. And I'm actually debating, and I'm using 144 tick. I don't know what I want to use for ES. I mean, anything that I can identify good trends on with ES is perfect, right? Um, I don't know what good settings are for nighttime. I mean, we could drop back and go look at like a 68 tick chart or something like that. I mean, yeah, we got trends, cool, good movement. Maybe that's what we look at. And if that's the case, then we look at this as a downtrend. We have a pullback and now it's going back, unless it's consolidating again. And that's what I don't know, right? But 54 to 50, it's literally a 4-point move in the last, I don't know, 10 minutes? No, this is actually longer. Basically 45, and then, yeah, almost 20 minutes. No, a little bit over 20 minutes now. It's only moved 4 points. Like this is consolidation. It's just not moving. Or if we go and compare that to like daytime movement. I mean, we just pick a random point. Not let me do anything. Because I don't. Ninja Trader. Alright, let's just look at noon. Like noon in the middle of the day. What is this? 36, 38. It's 2 points in 2 minutes. I mean, but you look at like the same amount of time, like here's 45 right here, up to 20 minutes. I mean, 45's right here. I mean, we're down. I mean, but we took this huge up move and down move. I mean, so it moved, what, all this 590, 52 down to, 36. Bigger moves, much bigger moves during the day. So that's the difference between day and night. Is yes, we're reading price action, but it's very much smaller scale. 60 down to 51, 50 and a half. So it's not even a 10-point move. Yeah, I don't even know how to look at this, right? Because look at the price action here. Yeah, we broke these lows, came down, broke the lows, pulled back up, made a pullback. Now we're going back up. Do we look at this as an uptrend because it failed to make a lower low? Or do we look at the major trend, which says up, but that's been broken? I don't know which one to look at. And it's been kind of, curving off to the side more and more. It's got like an arc to it, which means, in my opinion, don't take this as advice or anything like that. In my opinion, this would mean that it's signifying it's getting ready to move down, right? This trend's getting ready to end, but it's very, very weak, right? See how this was like a downward trend and immediately started going back up? This is not doing that. It's just consolidating. I don't know how to really. Ooh, oh, that's too far in. Too far in. I mean, I guess I'll just go long and pray that it doesn't chop up. And guys, I'm doing this price action thing because the microcongruity is just not good. It's not. They say it filters out trades, blah 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 blah. It sure it does, but I think it's filtering out the good trades and leaving the bad ones in majority of the time. And this thing right here, I mean, this makes so many trades. Like during the day, this thing makes so many trades. And if you don't get rid of some of those bad trades, right, or the majority of those bad trades, this thing, generally speaking, has a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and it probably has like a 55% win rate. Here's the thing though, if I'm making 5 trades a day and my profit target's $600 and I'm a 1-to-1, my you know risk rate is is $600, I'm risking 600, make 600. I mean, if we do the math here, I mean, 600 times 10, right, is $6,000, but you lost half of them, so divided by 2, or times, oops, 6,000 times 0.55. Theoretically, you would have made $3,300, right? And if you made 10 trades and it's times, I think it's like $2.10, times 2, right? Because you got to go, you made 32.77. Now, but here's the thing. If I have a 55% win rate, right? And now I have 200 trades a day, right? So 200 trades times uh, 2.1, and it's for each side, so times 2. That's $840. Now my profit target on ES is 4 points. Our loss, it's four ticks, not points. My loss is 5 ticks. So if I take those 200 trades and I multiply by 0.55, and then I take those 200 trades and I multiply by 0.45, right? Because these are my losses, and I multiply by 5 ticks, and I multiply by 4 ticks. Guess what? I've only made I'm actually in the loss here, even, right? So at this point, by the end of the day, not only have I, times 12.5, not I'm only down $125, but I'm also down the 840. So at the end of the day, I've spent $840 in fees just to be negative $125. Now let's increase that same win rate, right? Same fees, right? And let's go up to 60% because some days it does have 65% win rate. Some days it does, right? Let's go up to this. Let's just say 65% win rate, right? Um, well, let's do the 60%, right? So 5 times, or sorry, so we do 200 trades, right? Say 200 trades, and we do a 60% win rate um, times 0.6. That's 120 trades that we win times 4. Um, So that's how many ticks in profit that we're gonna get. And we do the same 200 trades times, we're doing 60 times 0.4 times 5. Hey, now we're 80 ticks in profit. So 80 times 12.5 is $1,000, right? This 200 minus 840, we took 200 trades, we paid $840 in fees for that just to make $160. Absolutely horrible, right? But that's the math of L2Azimuth. You pay $840 in fees on a good day to make $160, right? That's one of the best days that I've seen, right? Before implementing this, because day before yesterday, when I was trading with this setup, the way that I'm trading it now, tonight's nighttime. It just is what it is. It's nighttime. Um, I should be trading this during the day, New York session. But let's do the same math, right? Day before yesterday, I had a 75% win rate. Right? I didn't take 200 trades. I took something like 120 trades, I can't remember how many trades it was. Times, it was still a lot of trades, right? But I had like a 75% win rate. Now, times, um, times 2.10 times 2, right? About 500 bucks in fees. That sounds about right. Now, I was trading NQ and strictly trespass. Okay, my stop loss is 14 ticks. So I had like a 75% win rate. It was crazy. Um, So I think it was 70. We'll say 70 just in case, right? I don't want to lie to anybody, right? And we out of that, I think it was 120 trades, right? Times 0.7, 84 trades won. So 120 times 0.3, 36 trades lost. Whoa, these numbers are looking a lot better, right? Because now times 14 times 12, $5 tick times 5. Yeah, I didn't make 120 trades. But, or maybe, whoa, no, 120 times, clear, clear, clear. 120 times 0.7 times 12 um, times 5, $5 a tick minus 25.20 minus 504. I guess that is about right. Because I started negative 500, made it up to 700, right? So negative 500, oh, negative 500, negative 500 plus, yeah, because I made that $500 back. So 500 plus 740, I believe. And then I had like another 500 and something dollars on sim. So 1740.
Order
So it wasn't
submitted.
quite 120 trades, but it was. All right, let's see what happens. We're engaged long. We'll go ahead and close this out. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I doubt I'm going to win this trade. Probably not going to win this
Order
trade.
filled.
But let's see what happens. Because it looks like a pullback. Didn't make new lows. Looks like it's going to go up. Same thing over here on the NQ chart. Looks like it's going to go up. The market's not moving. And we're right. Our stop loss is right above that low. So we'll see. It can go either direction at this point. Wish there was a button to speed up real time, but there's not.
Stop filled.
Yep, figured so. Mm-mm-mm. What the trade performance is. I think I've got like a 0% win rate at nighttime. Um, I'm not doing this on. Oh, not Sim 101. Percent profitable. 0%. Insane. That's a awesome win rate, right? All right. We're definitely on a downtrend at this point, so we're going to engage short.
Order filled.
This has already been. Look, it's going to come back up and rip me out too.
Stop
Look
filled.
at that. Man, you gotta love it. We're definitely on a downtrend at this point, or what I believe to be a downtrend, because we had a high, we came down, we made a lower high, and then we came down. We are now making our second lower low. Um, so this is the start of a new trend, as far as I'm concerned, or at least this right here kind of confirmed it. But let's see what happens. It's been not moving very much all night, so kind of makes me want to try to drop some settings and try to make it a little more sensitive. And let's just see what happens. Again, I'm on sim. I can do this all day long on sim. I don't mind. So I am going to disable counter spoof. Dex array is already disabled, and we're going to drop trespass ratio down to 5. See what happens. Catches moves quicker and makes more night. Or is it? Oh, I don't know what it was calculating, but this should make trespass a lot more sensitive on ES. I mean, we can go and do the same thing on NQ, right? A big deal. I'll drop these settings down a bit on trespass. We're gonna do 2.5 Q. Yes. Should see more trades. Do trespass only. Just not moving. Guess I'll draw a trend line here and just guess we can do another line here as well. Just, general direction of down. Guys, I'm probably gonna give it just a few more minutes, honestly. At a 0% success rate so far tonight. We're not getting filled into hardly anything. I think we're taking like 6 trades in the last hour now. Yeah, it's just kind of getting boring. Um, and we're actually down $278 on ES and $80 on NQ. So it's not been the best at all. So I think this will be better served during the day. To anything. Honestly, with this price action, guys, I may be able to trade it manually better. I don't know. It's just no volume. I mean, if we go and, change this over to say rather than a tick-based chart, we go 30 seconds. See, this is the price movement. This is a 30-second chart tonight. This is what's been screwing us, or screwing me. Let's go back and look at day. Let's go look at like normal day. That's what price movement looks like in the middle of the day. It's there, it's moving, right? That's what the day looks like. Look at now. There's gaps between the candles, and candles just don't move at all. It's just not. This is hard to read. Like, yeah, there's, you can see higher high. I mean, lower high, lower low. You can see the price action. It's just this market right now is, see how like it just opens. There's gaps between the candles. Wants to try to take off. Wants to go somewhere, but it just can't do it. Get there. It's gonna reject off of that. Just lines up perfectly. Breaks through it. I don't know. What happens. No, I'm not gonna throw the numbers off. Wonder what a 30-second chart on NQ would look like right now. Probably not much different than ES. Okay, gaps. At least it's got some movement. Tried to move that high. Rejected immediately.
Order filled.
But it does. Maybe this could be our first win of the night.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Hmm. I wish I could reverse trade this, honestly. To an extent.
Stop filled.
L2Azimuth, ladies and gentlemen. L2Azimuth.
Stop filled.
This is what
Order
a
submitted.
$2,500 investment from Futures Analytica gives you. This strategy right here. How many trades have I done? 7, 8, 0% win rate.
Order filled.
See what it does, guys. I'm literally telling it the direction that it can go, and it's still losing it. see here. Futures Analytica. Azimuth. See how much it costs? 2,500. Yeah. That investment gets you, dude. That right there, $2,500. But
Order filled.
now, there is something else that Futures Analytica did say. I don't know if I believe this or if it even works. I've tried it. I don't think I've seen any difference or felt any difference. They say that this Lambda and Phi protocol buttons right here supposedly changes the mode of this to a, run this and chop, run this and not chop. I don't know. I mean, we can turn it on and see what happens. I mean, I don't know what that does.
Stop filled. Target filled.
Hey, our first win. Yay. Our first win makes me so happy. First win of the night. We're still down 500 bucks, but first win of the night. Actually, it's starting to trend. Probably not. Find another place to consolidate at.
Order submitted. Order filled.
I did change it over to quote unquote phi mode. Um, they said this months ago that use phi mode during consolidation periods. And I'll show you guys. I've noticed no difference between lambda and phi modes. Like, I think it's, I think it's just a button with a different icon. That's all it is.
Stop filled.
There, it stopped out. Straight at the end.
Order
Opportune
submitted.
moment.
Order filled.
Loves its pullbacks. I promise you that. I am getting really thirsty.
Target filled.
First win on NQ tonight. That was awesome. Well, maybe there is something to that lambda button. Or phi button, I don't know. I haven't noticed any difference though.
Order submitted.
Got another trade coming. It's filled.
Order filled.
Looks like nothing's going to happen. It's gonna sit here and do nothing. Bounce across that one tick. Let's trade. Let's a miracle happens. Now, guys, if I'm trading a sim account, I will reset that sim account before every live stream. That way it starts out at 0. So I may screw around with sim account. Sim account. I may just screw around with that off camera and that kind of stuff. So when I am trading, I want to start you guys at a 0 balance. I want you to see every trade that this thing takes, and we will see what happens. This thing's not looking good tonight at all. It's not making very many trades, and again, the volatility is just not there. Maybe I don't know how it's going to do on ES with the volatility. I haven't seen a green day. Legit, have not seen a green day on ES. This thing's designed for ES. I've seen green days on NQ, but never on ES. Personally. Before commissions, so gross profits, I've seen green days on ES, but after commissions, commission it just eats it alive. So that's why, again, I'm trying to implement my own way of dealing with filtering out bad trades, because it takes a lot of trades, and a lot of those trades are bad trades. So I'm trying to filter those out as much as possible, and that's why I'm trying to adjust also my risk reward ratio on L2, and I'm gonna end up reverting back to Connor settings, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll play with the settings over time and see if we can't find something that works. Because this strategy is just as is, just never worked for me. It has not whatsoever. I've asked for a refund. They said no. I charged it back. They changed their refund policy on their website and showed that to the bank, so I got reject chargeback. And I appealed it and sent the bank, well, yeah, that refund policy is not what I agreed to. And I showed them a a link to Wayback Machine, what it was before. Um, it's kind of crazy. Like if you go look, and this is this, and I will go ahead and it's a scumbag company. So if we go look at Futures Analytica refund policy, um, the following refund policy regarding our automated trading products such as Polarity and L2Azimuth, right? L2Azimuth was not here, right? Um, and then right here it's saying for the monthly subscription, you can get a refund in 72 hours. Okay, now let's go look at Wayback Machine. At 2024. So if we look at like November 30th, Futures Analytica's website. I'm going to close out this donation thing.
Target filled.
Hey, we made a profit there. Yeah, refund policy. What it was before. Yeah, so yeah, here you go. 14 days. It says the following refund policy. polarity, no L2Azimuth was there. And then nothing about their, quarterly was there.
Order
But it's
submitted.
saying products can be returned within 14 days of purchase, no questions asked. Purchase is not, okay, yeah, it does have a
Order
month.
filled.
So, they changed their refund policy after the chargeback was put in place.
Stop filled.
Because a lot of people went and purchased this thing. Notice how horrible a product it was and started charging it back. And now we're stuck with an expense of $2,500 for something that was promised and it doesn't work. When we can actually go and take the same exact settings from, Futures Analytica
Order submitted.
streams all the time. And I'm going to stream this to show them who they are, show everybody who they are. Trade the exact same settings that Connor puts on his live streams when he puts them there.
Order canceled.
And show you the difference between what he gets and what I get. Because what he gets is going to be completely different than what I get. And I'll do it on Sim. And I'll try to match his contract quantity as well. But I'll try to show you exactly what he does. Because I want to show you guys who Futures Analytica is. The difference between what they do and what we get. The two products, what he's showing on his YouTube and what we have as a customer are two different things. They're physically different products. They look the same, but they're not the same.
Order submitted.
Notice this too, right? Offset is set to 0. Candle hasn't been down here. I saw the order get submitted. The offset's more than 0. Shouldn't have been here. It should have been up here.
Order filled.
Happens. Let's trade.
Order submitted.
Again, same thing. Offset is 0.
Order
Our
filled.
limit order is way down there.
Target filled.
Starting to get some volatility in the middle of the night. Finally. Also, if we go back and look at Futures Analytics charts, our website, they have
I want you.
mission statement, action. They had a white paper somewhere on Azimuth. Yeah, read the white paper. Let me show you something. So I tried to peel this white paper apart just to understand what's happening under the hood of this thing, right? And it, right? And they're supposedly published, the formulas, the math behind it in this white paper. Right? So you have your spoofing identification score, high. Now, fine, right? But when we start looking at the actual math, right? I don't know. So you have S size level 2 to the 5th power, uh, or S size level 2 to 5, right? And then you have level 2 to 5. So this is your level 2 data that is, and then it's got your S size and bit size. It's not telling you what I and T means, right? I and T. It's not telling you what any of this means, right? There's just symbols at this point, right? OIB. No idea what those three variables are. I and S, but you have ask, right? I and S. We don't know. -1, right? So it defines the math, right? But it doesn't define what any of the variables actually mean in the white paper. Right? Beta. And I'm not a mathematician either, right? So a lot of this could be, it's just
Order
math that I
submit. Order
don't quite
filled.
understand. Take a good trade. One tick away. Got one tick away. And guys, I could enable a trailing stop and all that. I've done the math, or not the math, but I've done the test. Statistically, the trailing stop is the worst thing that you could do on this L2Azimuth, or most algorithms in general. But statistically speaking, the trailing stop gives them a worse win rate, right? See, it got one tick away. It pulled back. It would have stopped out if I'd have trailed. And then now it's going back up. That
Stop
happens
filled.
quite often, right? Ooh, yeah, that was a... See, it would have stopped out already. And it may still stop out. I'm not saying that this trade won't, right? It may very well still stop out because that drop was hell. But I would have already been out of this trade if I would have trailed it, right? Um, Statistically speaking, um, your trade's going to have a worse time if you trail your stops, right? So I don't trail my stops when I set up my. If I'm using the defaults, sure, but when I set up my ATMs, don't trail. That's why you look at like my counter spoof here. There's no stop strategy here. Open the trade with the idea and execute on the idea. I don't change the idea. Guys, I'm gonna put myself on mute. My wife is calling me. Mute myself though.
Target filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Target filled. Order submitted.
Looks like we took a couple of trades and we won them. That was awesome. Uh, yeah, my wife doesn't stop talking. Sorry about that, guys. Stay here and watch the charts the whole time though. And yeah, we won a couple of trades. Nice. Looking like the market's starting to come back to life for a
Order submitted.
brief amount
Order
of time.
failed.
What it could do.
Order failed.
It came back to life for all about 2 minutes.
Target filled.
Okay, we won that trade over on NQ. Awesome. Not trusting this trade on ES. Don't want to let it ride. So these two instruments, I trade them almost exactly the same way, or at least I'm trying to. They're so correlated that there are legit algorithms, and I've actually thought about writing one myself just to see how well it performed, that looks at the charts, the 5, 10, 15-minute charts, one of the charts, right, and looks at the price movement, right, and if they diverge, it will reverse trade them, right, and generally what it will do is say ES goes up and NQ goes down. Well, what it will do is take a long on NQ and take a short on ES. Because NQ has the bigger price movements, right? And the idea is NQ will follow ES or vice versa.
Target filled.
Oh, won that trade. That's awesome. Making a lot of our losses back. We were negative $500. Now we're negative like 250. So we made about half of our money back so far. Let's see what happens. I think the market's starting to get some volatility. Some, not a lot. I wonder if there's a volume indicator on here. volume weight of moving out. Okay, go volume. Probably going to be very similar. We're starting to get some volume. Not a lot. That's like what, 300 orders? More volume than what we've been having. And maybe that's like, I have that as like another indicator down here. Just to have it save my workspace. Is there any settings for that? Just a pullback. Here we see a spike in volume, it just goes right back down. No, a lot of people look at 1 minute charts, stand trends. Probably cleaner that way. I don't know. It's all still experimentation. Every bit of it. I was doing really good on a 144 tick chart day before yesterday for NQ. Yes, I still have no idea.
Order submitted.
Don't know if we're gonna get filled on that one. I think it's one more tick up and it won't fill.
Order canceled.
Cancelled. So one thing I'm looking for, guys, is a trade copier. I know of Replicanto, right? Problem that I'm having with something like Replicanto is during the day when I'm trading this. Well, I'm trying to figure this out at night, slower at night. Um, During the day when I'm trading this, it's just moving fast, so fast that a trade copier messes up. And the way that a trade copier works, or at least Replicanto works, and I'm wondering if there's something out there that exists already for this. And it's my idea.
Order
If somebody
submitted.
wants to go build it, by all means, you'll probably make bank. Um, is Replicanto
Order
when
filled.
it submits well, when you submit a trade, it goes to the broker, and the broker reports back the trade, right? Replicanto then takes that information and submits new trades. Um, that's slow because you have to have a round trip between you and your broker and then back, right? So it's two round trips to copy the trade. Now, um, you could copy into a sim account or replay sim card, then still even that gets janky, right? If somebody can either recommend or build a plugin for NinjaTrader, right? So if you go to NinjaTrader and you go to connections, configure, all of these here
Stop filled.
are all plugins for NinjaTrader written in C Sharp, right? And you could provide a quote unquote simulated account. And rather than waiting for the round trip and then copying the trade into sub accounts, what you should do is have a simulated account that just disperses the trade. Rather than copying the trade, right? Submit the trade, right? Don't wait for the round trip. Just do it immediately. Um, I don't know if that makes sense, but it would speed up the whole process and probably have a lot less bugs because it's less complicated. Because think of a trade copier, right? It goes to your broker then returns back a trade ID, right? Then you dispatch all of those trades and you link them to that ID, right? That way, if anything about that order changes, whether that's a stop loss or take profit, any of your limit orders or anything like that gets changed, it can, copy that across, right? Um, that gets very buggy to keep up with. Now, if you was to do a trade submission, yes, you still have some sort of ID to keep up with. Probably not broker generated, probably locally generated, and it could be a lot more snappy, right? A lot more immediate. Um, and I think that would be a lot better, right? Um, you're removing the round trip, so it's not a trade copier anymore. It's a trade submitter, right? You're rather than waiting for it to submit, copying that into multiple. It's just literally, okay, I got 20 accounts, submit the same trade to all 20 accounts simultaneously, right? Rather than having a leader. Just an idea. Somebody wants to go and build that. One thing I ask for is if you build it and sell it, please let me have a free license. Because I gave you the idea. Yeah, this market's dead. If you notice volatility comes, it does what the trend says it will do. Volatility goes away. Not really. The trend kind of just stagnant. I was hoping to stay up long enough for European Open, but that's at 2 a.m. Central. I'm in Central. This right here is Eastern Time. It's the VPS.
Order filled.
Good this trade's gonna do. Maybe it caught the bottom of that pullback. Probably not. Now, guys, tomorrow when I actually trade during the day, I will stream again. But I don't know how long the stream is. My wife works nights, and we have 3 kids, and they're on winter break or Christmas break from school and all that, or at least the oldest one is. He's pre-K, but the other two are home and they calling me and stuff. It's hard for me to pay attention to the charts sometimes, because my wife sleeps mornings because she works graveyard, and so yeah. So the best time that I could be trading, my wife is sleeping, and if anybody's looking for a software engineer, I am also looking for a job. Um, my contract kind of ended the beginning of December, and slim pickings on the job market in December. Not so good. So if anybody's looking for software engineers, let me know. Um, Definitely love to somewhere. Heck, I may even go and build that trade submission thing that I talk about. Then I gotta go market it and everything, and I just don't have the funds to do that right now. Hence why I'm trading and practicing that.
Target filled.
Hit that target. Not bad, it did catch the bottom of that. Now if it could just take 2 more trades, be in profit both of those, we'll be green on the night. To kind of put it into perspective, we're only negative 25 gross, negative 98 after commissions. Guys, I am getting tired. Or the 0 people that's watching, I'm getting tired.
Order submitted.
I think this Lambda protocol may actually, or this 5 protocol may actually
Order
be doing
canceled.
something. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order filled.
Wow. I'll put an anchor VWAP on here. Order flow VWAP? Can't put that on the chart because I don't have. Go to the plan section. I don't have the order flow plus subscription. Yeah. Well, was volume until there wasn't. Until these charts are moving one nighttime is so hard to trade.
Order filled.
Obviously, because I've only got an arm long, but took that log at like the worst time it could take a long. Like that pitchfork pattern at all. Yeah, this is very bullish, honestly. It's neutral, bearish. I mean bullish, a little bullish. This was bearish. This bearish, bearish so far. Like bearish. Sorry, bullish is uptrend.
Target filled.
I can't take this. Just trying to. Ticks.
Target
Goes.
filled.
Guys, I will be right back. I've got to get something to drink. I will be right back. I'm gonna actually disengage. Alright guys, I'm back. Re-engage along. Looks like we had some pretty good movements since I was gone too. Bit. Having to check into the weather. To have Arctic blast come through in the next few days here in Texas. Waiting. It's nighttime. Sit and wait. Waiting. I'll pull back. We need to see some to the table.
Order submitted.
Hey, look,
Order filled.
here's a long. Can do. That was close. Not looking so bright. You know. Goes.
Stop filled.
Sat there and held one tick above the stop loss. Giving you false hope.
Order submitted.
Let's see what happens. Another long.
Order filled.
No bueno. Just gonna lose it.
Stop filled.
broke that low, but honestly, I don't know if I look at that as a swing low. This right here is where I kind of look at, I mean, yeah, it's not a pullback. This is where it took off and launched. Clear signs. Back to $250 in the hole on NQ. Just not enough volume. Enough movement. Not for this sort of algorithm. To see an NQ move like 30, 40 points on a 1 minute candle day, right? Keep comparing this to the middle of the day because that's what I have it to compare it to, right? Price action candle right here. What, 100 to 20 something, right? 20-point move on one candle. Look at this. 21, almost 21,400. All the way down 21,360. It's a 40-point move on a one minute candle. You're not seeing that at night. Not really. How small these moves are compared to daytime. How big these moves are. Whoa. That makes the moves look huge. And to kind of put this into perspective, I'm up $50 on ES before commissions, down $29 after commissions. $80 so far tonight, commissions. Or say I spit. Sim. On Sim, I spent $80 on commissions. What, 40 trades? $5 a trade? I'm stupid. I'm not good at math. It's like 15, just over Alright guys, this is getting too slow. I mean, I'm tired of waiting for trades, and I'm not going to sit here and try to force it. Um, I am going to wait until morning, or whenever I jump on tomorrow, probably closer to 9:30 Central Time, whatever that is for you guys. Um, so I will see you guys there. If you guys want to join. Otherwise, I may practice a little bit on ES. I might start out on Sim on NQ just to confirm if I'm profitable on the Sim at the beginning of the day on NQ. Then I'll switch over to the eval and just continue trading. Um, yeah, that's the plan. Um, don't quote me on that. I may just go Sim on ES and straight up eval on NQ. I don't know. I need to pass this eval because Apex, in their charming ways, created a promotion on New Year's Eve for an eval with a $85 if you pass for the PA, and the promotion ends on the 2nd, and the market was closed yesterday, so you literally get 2 days to pass it. I doubt I'll pass it tomorrow, but worth a shot. Otherwise, you gotta pay the full price for the $85. So I don't know. I think the community would be very upset. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho, I will see you guys tomorrow or later this morning. It's a little past midnight now, so I'm getting tired. Um, so bye guys.